Today I'm proud and very happy to present you the band Midnight Youth on UnArt television. They are coming from New Zealand and they come to rock the world. The new album World Comes Calling will be released in 16 days, or better said on 25th May in 2012 in Germany. I say hello to Jeremy and Simon. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Nice that you can give us an interview. The other three guys are in Berlin at this time.
Yeah, being lazy.
Yeah.
We're doing all the work.
Yeah, okay.
We played last night in Hamburg, so
yeah.
We travelled here today and they went back to Berlin.
Okay.
We meet them there tonight.
Yeah, in which location did you play?
In Berlin. We play tomorrow night in Berlin.
Yeah, and which location last night?
Gunspahn.
Yeah.
Yeah, near the Reeperbahn in Hamburg, very famous. Right next to where the Beatles played their first show, so.
Okay.
Very famous location.
Yeah, okay, and there are lots of people, huh?
Yeah, lots of people, lots of media and fans that drove.
Yeah.
Some fans that drove for like an hour away to come see us, and
we were surprised.
We were so surprised.
It's our first show in Europe
ever,
and
yeah,
we played, and we didn't plan, an encore.
Yeah,
but
they just cheered.
Yeah, we didn't expect to come back on stage and have people that had come from a long way to see us. So
they wanted more.
We were really happy.
Okay. Was it in the former year clear? Sorry, we go back to the roots. Midnight Youth was formed in 2006. How it came to the idea to form Midnight Youth?
We were in high school all together.
Yep.
And we were around 16 years of age. And there's a high school bands competition, like a rock band competition, like for the whole country of New Zealand.
Yep.
And we wanted to enter that, and so we formed a band, and we'd all been playing music before that. So with this year we will enter the competition, and we were going to try and win it. And that's how we formed. But then after 2 years becoming more and more serious, and we got better as songwriters, we met Jeremy after high school. So when we were 18, we met Jeremy, and we all left high school, and we decided we're going to take it seriously and become a band and start touring around New Zealand, and then eventually we got a record deal and all that kind of stuff. But initially it was in high school because we all loved music, and Jeremy played in the band as well at his high school, and we lost our singer, he lost his band, and we joined together.
I answered an ad on the internet.
Yeah.
And just had a jam with them, and they're good.
Okay. The internet, I got some question, but I'll ask this later.
Yeah.
Was it in the former year clear to sit in the center of gravity, rock, alternative, independent mix with maybe also progressive punk in the bands?
I suppose. We don't really think of the genres in terms of how to put yourself in a box. Mm-hmm. We just sort of play the music we love, and more bands that we're influenced by. So we're influenced by a lot of 90s rock bands. Mm-hmm. So the last era of music where worldwide there were real bands. So you had Pearl Jam, you had Oasis, Stone Roses, The Verve, Jane's Addiction,
Soundgarden,
all those kind of real bands, and we were influenced by them. But you can't really control how it comes out with your own personality. So we don't know how to box it once that comes out.
But we all grew up listening to different stuff. We all grew up listening to rock and roll, but lots of different metal. I used to play metal and all that kind of stuff, and then you get older and you open your mind a little bit more and you listen to some more folk music maybe. Yeah. But that all helps with your writing songs, because songs are stories. So folk music is the most simple form of songwriting. It's a story and a melody and some chords. Yeah. But we just want to write a good song with a good story, and a good message, and hopefully it connects with people. So
yeah. So I can hear music maybe the first love of you all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. we have talked about genres and the other bands and influences. I don't like to compare to other bands, and in your case, I really can't do that because you have really your own style. But the LP World Comes Calling, I've heard it before release. It's great. It reminds me to some old school rock bands, just like Bon Jovi, a little bit In Excess, a little bit
cool.
U2. I've heard some elements of Saga, Placebo, Interpol. Who or what does you who or what inspires you?
On this record?
Yeah.
This record particularly, like, I think your initial perception is quite right, because bands like you mentioned, like, you know, U2 and stuff, they write big soaring, you know, big sounding like anthemic songs.
Yeah.
But on this record we wanted to write more sort of alternative rock style, like you said, like, you know, Interpol and some of those British sounding bands.
Mm-hmm.
Which it's quite weird because we really love the British sound, but we also love the Seattle sound, you know, the grunge movement sound. So we kind of try to form, but we got really influenced by those two places and those two movements.
Yeah.
And so I think those two, that's a combination of influences.
And you know, I'm a white guy with a high voice.
Yeah.
So
Automatically
it sounds like a whole bunch of other bands with white guys with high voices, who have rock bands with them. So you know that yeah.
But yeah, we want to make big sounding music.
Yeah.
It's not small and tight and like really, it's made to sound big on the record, and when we play it, it sounds big, and then it can be played in stadiums, but also in bars and still sound big.
Yeah.
We like to sound big, and some of those bands that you mentioned, obviously, they sound like stadium bands.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is I guess that's a fair perception of what you think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this album is the right time now for the people.
That's what we hope too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because it all comes in cycles and trends. So.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm very sure about this. In the past, you have toured through America, Australia, and Asia. The band was also on tour with In Excess. What do you like more? You've answered for a little time. Big festivals, or do you like more the familiar club concerts?
Festivals is where we want to be. We want to be a festival rock band.
Yeah.
You know, Glastonbury V Festival sort of thing. The huge.
Rock and Ring.
Yeah.
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 You know, that's,
You know, like the sun goes down.
Yeah, sun going down. Thousands of people.
Flags.
Singing, waving flags. That's where we want to be with, especially this album. But at the same time, there's not much better than playing a small, sweaty, loud, dark, dirty pub.
Yeah.
And just everyone just going crazy, you know, just have 300-400 just packed in.
Yeah.
So
we aim high. We aim
high, but it's hard to sort of balance it up. I like both.
Yeah, I like both too.
Yeah.
Festivals are a bit more scary because there's so many people and you have little time and you have to rush and the curtain opens and you're playing. So, but when you're touring around, you can have the whole day to sound check and all that kind of stuff. So, on a technical basis, sometimes playing pubs is easier. But festivals is a very amazing feeling when the whole stadium is singing your song.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm sure that you have no panic to play on big stages.
No, we're pretty comfortable with big, because we're lucky enough in New Zealand to have like a big enough following that we have done some very large crowds, like 20,000, 40,000 size crowds before at festivals, and so we come overseas and we're unknown as of yet, you know, relatively small band overseas, but we've had the experience of playing big crowds. So if we got the opportunity to play at festivals in Germany, Europe, you know, we'll be fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, because we're comfortable with it.
Okay. In the music video World Comes Calling, we can see parts of New Zealand, Australia, and I think Asia. I've seen.
Yeah, we flew all over. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have recorded these great parts of landscapes in the cities during your tour? Or?
No, we actually we had the opportunity through New Zealand's airline, Air New Zealand.
Yeah.
We've been doing a lot of work with them, and they said, if you want to make a music video around the world, we'll help you.
Oh,
And so
really?
I sent the idea to a friend of mine who's a music producer, a video producer, and I said, look, have you got any ideas for what we could do if we had free flights around the world on the routes that Air New Zealand fly on? So yeah, we shot in LA and into the desert, Palm Springs and around there, and Hong Kong, London, and Auckland, like around New Zealand.
Yep.
So it was amazing. But yeah, it was basically, we shot it all in 1 week. Just flying, shooting.
Yeah.
It was intense, but it was a small crew. There were only 4 of us the whole time.
Yep.
So we weren't in the video, which was good.
Yeah, it was just me. And
So you had to fly hours and hours and hours.
But it came out really beautiful, and it works really well with the song, you know.
Yeah.
So we're really happy.
Yeah. Who's got the idea for this video and all this landscape?
We wanted to match the song, right? We thought it has to be a global-looking video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We thought of it, I guess. You thought of it.
Yeah, I mean, we had the initial idea to be able to shoot something that reflected the song, and the fact that we didn't want to take the lyrics literally, but it feels like a song that's sort of an international sound, and it has the words world in there as well. So to be able to film in all over the place, to get that initial idea to my friend, the director, and he developed it into, you know, what specifically we were going to shoot, where we were going, and how we're going to tie it all.
And have a girl in there, and
yeah. So he really developed the idea into being.
How much time did you spend for this?
So we shot over a week.
Yeah.
1 week, and then another.
But the planning was
2 weeks.
The planning before it took like 2 or 3 weeks because it was so hard to coordinate it. And then even on the last day, literally he was at the airport flying from Auckland, New Zealand to Los Angeles. The girl for the video said, no, not coming. No. She pulled out at the last the last 2 hours. So we had to get another girl from London.
Okay.
Yeah, we had to just use a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
So we're lucky. Otherwise, it was just going to be me, and that would be boring.
No, it's a great video, I must say. Midnight Youth is playing tomorrow in Berlin, Sage Club, just like you said. How many times, or is it, you said it's in the beginning of the interview, it is the first time you played in Europe, yeah?
Yeah,
Yep, last night was our first ever show in Europe, and tomorrow will be our second.
Yeah.
So, first time in Berlin, yeah.
Okay. Do you think that you have catched some situations or impressions in Germany that you can use in future for some songs? Right?
You can get inspiration from everywhere. I mean, I woke up this morning and had to write down a bunch of ideas that came into my head, and you don't know whether it's specifically the surroundings or the culture, but often just being put in a place out of your comfort zone and out of your regular routine of life, you can be inspired. And I've never been to Germany before, and it's certainly different to everywhere else I've been in the world. So it's got its unique way of its unique culture. So I think there will definitely be inspiring some songs and some ideas. Yeah.
You would just have to get some lyrics to put in there. So far at the moment we only know bad words which we can't say on camera. Bad phrases. Or maybe if we started a metal band we could use them.
Maybe. Okay. What was your first music instrument you've ever played?
I played the recorder. You know the recorder?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I played the recorder first.
Just like Martin Lee Go from Depeche Mode
Yeah.
in the 80s.
Yeah, Martin Gore, he's my lookalike.
Yeah. I played guitar.
Okay.
Yeah, I picked up guitar after that when I was 10, so yeah.
He wanted to play drums.
But I wanted to be a drummer
Yeah.
because I want to get all the anger and energy out.
He's got a lot of anger and energy.
Okay.
That's why I should be in a metal band.
Yeah.
But alternative rock's close enough. We're
Yeah.
still pretty heavy band live, so yeah, it's very good. It's a good opportunity to get out.
Yeah. Whenever he's stressed, we just say, Simon, go play on the drums. Just
Yeah.
stop talking, play the drums.
Okay.
But I play lots of instruments. Not very well. I play guitar well, but I like to, you can write songs on a keyboard. It gives you a whole different perception of music itself when you learn as a guitar player. So because it's visually different and it sounds different. So yeah, I play a little bit, write some songs on keyboards, and so does Jeremy. And I play bass and drums.
Yeah.
It's all, being in a rock band is all the instruments. You should be able to play all of them pretty easily. All you need is a bit of rhythm. But yeah, instrumentation is very important for us.
Yeah.
Because it's the way we work in the studio as well, the way we build and layer our music. We've got a lot of keyboards in there, percussion. It's not just one guitar, one bass. Yeah, one singer, one drums. There's nothing bad about that. Historically, that's how rock and roll started. But yeah, we like to. I mean, you can probably tell from the record. There's a lot of dense layers and atmospheres.
Yeah.
Which is why you might, which is what relates to a lot of big bands from the 80s and 90s that put a lot of atmosphere into their music.
Yeah, that's right.
Rather than being straight down the middle rock. We like to have a lot of atmosphere. It just creates the moods,
Yeah.
We like to put across the mood, and then that, when you have a certain mood, it might call for a certain instrumentation.
Yeah.
Strings or whatever we got,
Yeah. I think it's very important for many bands at this time, because so many things are only hardness produced or made with some cold electronics.
Yeah, we haven't actually experimented with much electronics stuff, which is, I guess, why we stay in the realm of alternative rock music. But there's nothing wrong. We've got friends bands and lots of electronic music is really big right now, obviously.
Yeah.
And obviously it always has been in Germany, which is from our perception.
Yeah, that's correct.
But so has rock and metal and alternative rock, which is why we're really happy to be here, because we think there's definitely an audience for our music here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We now have a surprise for the audience. Jeremy and Simon are now playing Unplugged. 2 songs. One or two?
2. Yeah, we'll play 2 songs.
Yeah, great. And we're happy to present you this from our studio in Dortmund. So we can go on? Huh?
Yeah.
So rock on. Thank you.
Alright, this one is called Won't Stop.
Then send your confession to far and beyond. You fly with the fables, then pass the buck. You raid with your people. Well, you did not earn. Well, I won't stop breathing if you don't call. No, I won't stop breathing. With every stone, when one flickers brighter, well, you buckle up and then you sail your ship past heaven. You send everything you own to the world. You're a princess, but you did not earn. Well, I won't stop breathing if you don't call. Well, I won't stop breathing. No. I won't stop breathing.
Right. This song we're going to play now is the title track of our new album. It's called World Comes Calling. Enjoy.
1, 2, 3, 4.
This is where we will live. This is where we will die. There's no one to run to, no place to hide. There's nowhere to turn to, no world's running wild. So what you gonna do when the world comes calling? What you gonna do when the world comes calling? This is where we exist. Oh, and this is where we will fight. There's no one to save us. This flat earth we made. We're blind to the burden of digging our graves. So what you gonna do when the world comes calling? What you gonna do when the world comes calling? What you gonna do when they reach out for you? Tell me you don't think about it. You never think about what you gonna do when the world comes calling. Oh, and I still recall the answer as it rains down from high. You said, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Well, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Well, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Oh, well, what you gonna do when the world comes calling? Well, what you gonna do when the world calls? Say, what you gonna do when they reach out for you? Tell me you don't think about it. You never think about what you gonna do when the world comes calling. Oh, well, what you gonna do when the world comes calling? Oh, tell me what you gonna do when the world calls.
Danke.
Wow, great, breathtaking. Wow.
Get your breath back.
Great story. Oh, wow. Really great voice. Great played. Yeah. Do you train often your voice? Wow.
I just sing every day. It's just I'm singing all the time.
Yeah.
In my car, in the shower,
Yeah.
in bed.
Okay.
Yeah. So I haven't had lessons, but
you need to learn
just
how
came.
to, the voice is there from the soul, but you need to learn how to keep it every night on the road. You just need to learn how to sleep and drink lots of water.
Well, but you're also a very good singer.
Him?
Yeah, you too.
Oh no, I just sing a little harmony sometimes.
Wow, second voice, great.
Oh, when you work together for like a lot of years like us, you can start to blend your voices together pretty nice. Especially as a backup singer taking the lead from the lead singer, you know?
Okay. We start to the second part of this interview. Internet. Is it a bless or a curse for you?
Blessing.
Yeah.
Being from
Blessing.
a place like New Zealand, you're in the corner of the world. No one cares what happens there. So the internet opens up the opportunity to get into people's lives, the music into people's homes and houses that just was impossible before is now possible with a lot of work. So without the internet, we wouldn't be living in New Zealand. We would have to move to Europe or United States and live
But
there
then
for
you
a
start,
long time.
then you have to start all over again from there.
Yeah.
But the internet's breaking down all the barriers and all the walls from every country. So no longer do we have to climb over and say hello, check us out. It's an even playing field now. So no matter where you're from New Zealand, you're from Madagascar, Canada, anywhere in the world, crazy places. If you write a good enough song, the whole world can have a chance to hear it. And it's been shown recently with a couple of Australian artists, like with the big song by Gautier, somebody that you used to know, that Gautier and Kimbra, is #1 in America, #1 in the UK. I'm pretty sure it's been played in Germany quite a lot. But they were small independent Australian artists.
Yeah.
When would they ever get a #1 worldwide without the internet?
Yeah.
100 and something million views on on
Yep.
YouTube and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's a blessing because the playing field's even now. It's just up to who's the best artist. It separates the men from the boys.
Yeah.
If you're not good, then no one's gonna share you and tell their friends about you and watch your stuff. And if you are good, then you've got a chance to be heard by a lot of people.
Did you get many feedbacks by social networks?
Yeah, so we on our Facebook page, for example, you can look and see where the people who like your page are all from, and I think Mexico is one of our top countries.
Yeah. Oh, what?
We've never been there.
Okay.
I know one person in Mexico.
Well, it's time to go.
Yeah.
We should be there.
Okay.
Mexico.
Yeah.
They are coming. One private question I ask all artists and musicians. I really ask it, everybody. If God stands before you and say, should have panted with mankind, please give me a tip or to do something better, can you help me? What would you answer?
That's a very good question. I don't know if there's anything to make it better.
The problem with humanity is that it's the flaws that make the balance of flaws and positive things that make society work. I reckon it would be something to do with if everyone could, something to do with music, being able to give everyone instant music access at any time.
So you're saying Steve Jobs is God?
We need internet radio, just a button here, and everyone gets a song, because a life without music is a sad life. You see like old people in rest homes, their families just put them away, and there's no music there, but you play the music and you're just clapping and they just come alive, it's I think music everywhere for everyone would be.
Music and sounds need no languages. Okay.
I would ask him to invent a faster way to get around the world. Because I don't want to have to fly 24 hours to get to Germany. I want to be able to come here in an hour.
Okay. Okay.
So maybe I'd ask him to make the world the same scale, but much smaller.
Yeah.
Just because we're so fascinated by the rest of the world that we want to see and do everything, and the limitations, financial limitations and all that kind of stuff. And I think it'd be amazing for everyone to be able to travel everywhere, just become one big fluid world. But yeah, the music thing too is very important.
Yeah, no, I think it's important too, because you can really grow up your minds and your soul.
Yeah.
If you can visit
Oh,
other
exactly.
countries
Yeah. It opens your mind, which opens
together
your
with music.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not a pen.
Okay, my electronic cigarette, it's another part of me. Sorry for that. Yeah. Nothing more to say. No. We have to end this interview. For this, we like to say thank you very much, and yeah, we wish you all the best.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
It's been a
We
pleasure.
play more tomorrow in Berlin, Sage Club.
Yeah.
We'd like to thank you, and thank also to Brainstorm Media who made this possible, and to Isopedia Dortmund. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Wish you all the
Thank
best.
you.
Danke.